Welcome to the Scoob. I'm your host this evening, Will Rius. And this is part one of Rius Investigations. And I'm looking into anagrams. What is an anagram? It's using the letters of a word to make another word or phrase. Why am I looking at anagrams? Well, I just started writing my third book. So I wanted to use one for Prometheus, I believe. And I fell down a real rabbit hole of some interesting shit. So we're going to start with the kind of funny mundane. Then we're going to get to like the weird shit. Alright, so Super Mario. An anagram for Super Mario is rare opiums. If you know that game, it's all about like some weird psychedelic Alice in Wonderland trip. Okay? Alright. An anagram for constipation is contains piss too, but it doesn't spell piss P-I-S-S. It's P-I-S and two as in T-O. But if you just say it out loud, the anagram for constipation is contain piss too. But that's not it. We have panic in toots. Why toots? Because, I don't know, I've always felt like a Tootsie Roll always looked like a piece of shit. So I just feel like that's where they got the word toots from. Another anagram for constipation is inaction, stop. Inaction, stop. All right. Okay. We also have can't position. Constipation, can't position. Okay. We also have nation's topic for constipation, which is figuratively right almost all the time. All right. Now we have masturbate. Anagram for masturbate is beam treats. Like a ray beam treats as in candy. That's beam treats. That's very interesting. Alright. Another anagram for masturbate is mate saber. Or mat saber. What is mate or mat? It means black. So, black saber. So, if you're black and you masturbate, that's for you. You also have breast meat. You have breast mate. And you have breast team. But my favorite one out of all of these is an anagram for masturbate is beast tamer. Say that again. An anagram for masturbate is beast tamer. Alright, to round this page of mundane, one of my favorite video games, Metal Gear Solid. If an anagram for Metal Gear, just Metal Gear, is Gamer Tail. Then you have Game Alert. And then you have Game Art L. What is L? L means, I believe, God or the sun. That's why, if you know anything about Superman, his Kryptonian name is Kal-El. So Kal God or Gal sun, he gets his power from the sun. Alright, move on to the next page. Alright, we're getting a little bit deeper here. That was very low level, so let's see. Which page should I do? Okay. Let's do this one. I love Led Zeppelin, and the anagram for their name is Deep Zen Pill. Interesting. Very bluesy, chill music sometimes. An anagram for meditation is Detain Me Too. Detain then MITO. I know it doesn't spell it out, but if you say it out loud, detain me to, like you're going into yourself in a way. Another anagram for meditation is made into it. A timid tone. Meditate a timid tone. Meditation, a timid tone, not meditate. Another one for meditation is intimate do, or do intimate, which is basically explaining exactly what meditation is. You go into yourself. And then meditation, you have India totem. India totem. What's a totem? It's like an object that contains a certain type of energy. Okay. Now we're about to get some interesting shit right here. All right. Wonder Woman. If you know, I did a breakdown of the Wonder Woman movie on another video. How it's about the Aquarian Age being officially here, and the Aquarian Age being a time where there's equality between the masculine and the feminine. That's why in the Wonder Woman movie, you see her kicking ass. Like, that's the masculine side. But then, if you go further into the movie, you realize that it's all about finding the power within. She thought she had to find this sword called the God Killer sword. But in reality, that energy was inside, which is the feminine, like, magic energy. So, if you want to deeper look into that, check out that video. And also, another example of how Wonder Woman is a new age of Aquarius movie, just by the name, you have Dawn Now Mower. Like the dawn of Aquarius now, then mower as in mowing down some motherfuckers. Then you have Draw New Moon. Interesting. Alright, you have let's go to Jesus Christ. An anagram for Jesus Christ is chess juris. What is a jurist? It's a law lecturer. So, what if you just take out man's law and go to like God or spiritual or energy law? That was a very good representation of what the Jesus character was all about. Okay. Now we're about to get really interesting. The Most High. You have highest moth. If you know anything about the Mothman, that finds it a little bit interesting. Then you have 8 moths. You have an anagram for Merry Christmas. You have Carrie's Myths Mister. It's pretty interesting. Alright, and what I started at was Prometheus, right? Alright. Prometheus is kind of, in a way, Wonder Woman. It's the story of Prometheus bringing the light down to the people after he thought the gods weren't... fuck, why am I brain farting right now? But he challenged the gods, and he brought down the information or fire or water to the people. That's why Aquarians and Prometheus are together, like they're synced in story, because the Aquarius as like Wonder Woman and Prometheus is took the energy from a higher source and gave it to the people. So for Prometheus, if you know, okay, let's just go. An anagram for Prometheus is meteor push. If you think about it as Prometheus being the light bringer, the pineal gland, meteor push, imagine like a meteor coming to a dormant place and giving it life. Okay. here's where we get a little bit interesting. We have an anagram for Prometheus is supreme, though. Hope muster. Hemp's route. That's just thought that was interesting. Hemp's route. But here's the interesting one. Two anagrams for Prometheus is Homer upset and Homer setup. And if you know about Odyssey, where Prometheus, the story of Prometheus, which is the story of other things, is derived. It comes from Homer, who wrote it. All right. So now, rest in peace. An anagram for rest in peace is escape inert. So you kind of escape your motion, you're dead. Well, physically. Rest in peace. You've heard that a lot, right? Like all the time. You've heard that phrase online or in person. Rest in peace. The anagram for rest in peace is repeats nice. So it's nice. It's so weird. We're about to get really crazy. Rest in peace. We have sepia center. What is sepia? Sepia is the ink or like the kind of like ink or melanin that a fish basically pushes out of its ass, and it's a specific type of fish. I should have looked it up. I did, but I forgot to write down the name of the fish. But sepia means melanin or black. So sepia center is like you're going back into the darkness of the void of outer space, basically. And all right, for a second, rest in peace. Okay. Think of what a tombstone looks like. Just look at it and like what is on there. All right, just picture it in your head for a second. An anagram for rest in peace is sane receipt. So it kind of looks like a receipt paper with all the this is the part of you that was at least a little bit sane while you were here in this fucked up place. He was a father, he was a blah 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 blah. Alright, now we're about to get into some fucked up shit. Like, this is what y'all waiting for. This. Oh, hold on. Before we get there, I missed two. Time travel is matter veil, and material TV. Game of Thrones. This is pretty interesting. Game of Thrones is hate mongers of. You know how if you watch Game of Thrones, you know they're all in different areas fighting each other. Hate mongers of the North. Hate mongers of the other places where like the Lannisters stay. I don't know. Game of Thrones. Forename ghost. So like forename is your first name. So you have the ghost of the first name. Which if you know how there's a lot of bastards in that show, that kind of correlates. You have the Mason Forge. You just figure that one out. You have Fathers Gone Fathers Gone OM. And if you watch Game of Thrones, you know there's a lot of... It's based on the Mad King, who was the father of the Dragon Lady. Father being killed by one of the Lannisters. And how, I forget the guy's name at the end of the first season, gets his head cut off, was like the father of like 5 main characters of that show. And here's a pretty funny one. Game of Thrones, the anagram is Faggot Horseman. Faggot with 1 G. Faggot Horseman. You just cannot make this shit up. And alright, let's see, because we're about to get fucking wild. Alright, let's see which one do I want to do that first. Alright. Black Lives Matter. If you're from this era, or if you're studying this era in the far future, you probably would have heard that before. So let's look at some anagrams for Black Lives Matter. This is sad. Okay. Blackmailer set TV. Blackmail reset TV. It's basically telling you to cut your fucking TV off. Alright. Savable clerk mitt. I don't know. That's just because I remember that one young black male who was killed after he stole from a clerk in the store. So interesting. Okay. Blackest rival met. Maybe that's the police. I don't know, but this is even weirder. We have blackest viral met. All these videos went viral. You just can't make this shit up. All right. So you have Tameable Slicker TV. Tameable Slicker TV for Black Lives Matter. And this is probably the worst one. Attacks brim level. An anagram for Black Lives Matter is attacks brim level. If you hoodie, brim, hat, brim, attacks brim level. Black Lives Matter is an anagram for attacks brim level. That's like as obvious as you can fucking get. Got Black Mailer Set TV, Black Male Reset TV, Tameable Slicker TV, Black Viral Met, Black Rival, Blackest Viral Met, Blackest Rival Met. You have attacks brim level. God, what the fuck? Alright. This one's even worse. Alright. In anagrams for United States, this one might break your fucking heart. Anagrams for United States. A dustiest net. Add units test. No, add unites test. Teased its nut. Sedate tent us. Idea test nut. Ideas nets tut. If you think about how the lovers of the dark arts are into Egypt, how King Tut, the idea nets tut. I don't know, that's where I got from that. A stunted sight. United States is an anagram for a stunted sight. Sauteed tin its. Sauteed tin as in the number 10, then it's ITS. You gotta say it. You can't spell it for that one. Another one. Idea set stunt. Come on, man. Then you have a studies tent and the creme de la creme. Detain test us. An anagram for the United States is detain test us. So for the United States, we have the United States has anagrams of add unites test, teased its nut, sedate tint us as in color tint, idea test nut, idea nets tut. You have a stunted sight. United States is the anagram for a stunted sight. Idea set stunt, a studies tent, and the detain test us. Oh, hold on, I missed some. You have nastiest used, stateside nut, and sedatist unit. What? What? Nastiest used, stateside nut, sedatist unit. Like, what? Like, alright. I know you can use anagrams before I get into the last one. In a way, they're just art. You can just put words together from words that already exist. But the thing is, some of it syncs up, which makes it kind of odd. So, we're about to get to an anagram I found online by this man named Joe Klein. Let me see if you can see it, so you can just try to digest it before I tell you what the anagram is. This dude's a fucking legend. it says I had to Mr. William Jefferson Clinton, former president of the United States of America. I just realized all of this was opposite, so you're not gonna be able to read it. But if you want to, you can just back it up right here and like flip it if you want to. And I'll tell you what it says. An anagram for Mr. William Jefferson Clinton, former president of the United States. You can't. Mr. William Jefferson Clinton, former president of the United States of America. An anagram for that is Monica flirts, wife sees hot jism from cad, land on fat intern. Set to rule free empire. let's I just want to read that one again. Mr. William Jefferson Clinton, former president of the United States of America, is an anagram for Monica flirts, wife sees hot jism cad, land on fat intern, set to rule free empire. You can't see it, but I had to, like, this is just crazy. And another one, I have this written down over here, from Ward Hardman, another legend out there of the anagram world. William Jefferson Clinton. You want to know what that equals out to? I'll tell you. Jail Mrs. Clinton, felon wife. So, this is Rius Investigations Part 1. A look into anagrams. I don't even know what to say for some of these shit. This shit is fucking crazy. But you have to remember, it's just an art form. But who is it that's expressing themselves?